meet you.
Hi.
Hello. So we have some questions.
Hi, Lawrence.
Yeah,
So today.
Hi, Connie.
Oh.
Where are you from? Canada.
Where are you from?
I'm from Taiwan. From?
I am from America.
Oh, America, the biggest, the great country.
Where are you guys from?
I'm from Guatemala.
From the U.S.
Here are 6 words.
Okay.
So do you know what they mean? Can you define them?
Oh my god. First phrase, I think that's kind of like more like a colloquial term nowadays. I don't really understand like the term. Well, I guess it's like to express like super excitement, right?
Oh my God is when something amazes you or shock you or something you haven't thought about. Like most of the time, I will just say, oh my God.
Slang definition.
Okay. So, oh my God is normally used to show that you're shocked by something.
Wow.
Oh my God, this is really strange. This project, I mean. Let me think. Oh my God. Oh my God is an expression you can use if you're surprised, or if you're excited, or if something bad happened. You can use it in different ways. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That is surprising. I am surprised.
Awesome. You would say awesome if something fills you with awe, so it's based on the feeling of awe, like.
Awesome.
Like,
Well,
so, you know, some people is like, oh my God, that's awesome. You know? Awesome.
yeah, I will say that too. I think when you think of when you think something is great, I think it has possible meaning and
Awesome. It's just full of awe, but we just say that because it's just like slang. It's overused, trite, meaningless words now.
Awesome means that something is really great.
Awesome. Cool.
Awesome. That's something great.
Okay.
how about Lane?
Awesome. Awesome is something above average. Something that's really cool, something that's exciting.
It's to describe something that is stupid.
Lame is probably the opposite of that. Something that's not very cool.
Like lame. I don't really use the word.
But do you know what it means?
Yeah, like 很烂.
Yeah, okay. I'll translate that, okay?
Lame. That is so not cool.
In the United States, you would say lame.
Like for slang?
Yeah, for slang.
Boring or.
If something's boring, or if you expected something was gonna happen, and then, like, if your friend's gonna go out with you and then he can't go, and you're like, oh, you're lame. Yeah, for sure.
Lame. Back off. Lame. That's like, yeah, you know, lame is bad. It doesn't really. I don't think the words mean the same like as they used to.
Okay.
Sick has a couple definitions. It either means that you're ill or not well, or you can say in slang term back home, you say that's sick, meaning that's awesome. It goes back to the first word.
Sick can mean 2 things. It can mean that is disgusting, or it can mean kind of also cool. Someone who might say that it's like a skateboarder, you know, skateboard. They would say sick when you jump.
Sick, I think sick probably means like when you're really sick or when you feel disgust, you say that it's sick. And
so sick is obviously you feel sick, but sometimes we say it means really cool.
about sick.
Nasty. Boring.
Something that's sick tends to actually have a positive connotation and means that it also is awesome.
Yes. Another slang term for yeah.
Like okay. And
Yes.
Is yes. No. Is yes. No.
So, Jenny, can you give him
Usually no N. It's like It's the same sound, just stress in different parts.
Okay.
And means no, without actually saying.
Nah, like no.
Okay.
Good is
Okay,
you know.
Okay, well.
So here's the actual definition for these words. Awesome is actually like dauntingly inspiring. That's what awesome actually means.
And lay means when a horse breaks its limb, then it's lay. And sick just means like physically or mentally ill.
So what do you think? How do you truly define a word?
What truly defines a word?
How do you like really define a word? Because when we define a word, we often use synonyms and the other words to describe this word. So how do you truly, what do you think that truly, how do you think truly defines a word?
Well, I guess societies, culture, individuals truly shape what words mean. And words change over time. The meanings do.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
However people use it at the time, that's sort of how, sort of defines the word, right?
Like when I'm trying to learn a Chinese word, I can understand it most of the time if I'm hearing other people say it and I see how they use it. So I learn a meaning of something by hearing other people use it.
Thank you.
If I'm trying to explain to somebody, then I try to find the synonyms for the word.
Okay.
I might also reach back into the etymology, Latin roots, and things like that to explain.
Context it's used in, and I think generally, if the words are nowadays, if the words are used overly used for the wrong meaning, I don't think that's very good. I think we should get back to their original meanings, or not create new words. I hate that kid. Create new words.
Okay, keep going.
And yeah, that's it.